Why would someone want to be hot? Because being hot can help get you what you want. What do I want? To be hot. Which brings me to my next question. What came first? The hot chicken or the hot egg? Which probably brings you to your first question. What the fuck is this bitch talking about? Hello, my name is Dana Donnelly. I'm a self-proclaimed hot genius, and I'm currently writing a book about what it is to be hot and smart. And honestly, writing a book is super boring. So I decided to make a video. I figured today I would share some excerpts from the book that I'm currently writing, and you guys can maybe give me feedback or help me write it or steal my ideas and write a book of your own. That's honestly fine with me. The year is 2025. What is an original thought? I've never had one. So feel free to steal anything that I'm saying, but just know that the person I stole it from, they might come for you. And I am, of course, joking. What is being hot? First of all, dear reader, I'd like to acknowledge that hot is indeed subjective, meaning based on or influenced by personal feelings, tastes, or opinions. No, I did not have to Google that meaning. I just knew it off the top of my head on account of me being a genius. Given its subjective nature, please understand that my attempts to define hotness are indisputably a reflection of my personal feelings, tastes, and opinions. That being said, I do believe that my personal feelings, tastes, and opinions are the right ones. Now, I'm no psychologist, too much school, too little respect from society, but it would seem that we as humans find hot is largely dictated by whatever titillating stimulus happened to be around us before and during our blossoming period. Now, my blossoming period began around 2003. The Iraq War was in full swing. George W. Bush was president, and Lindsay Lohan hadn't even gone to prison yet. What titillating stimulus was I being exposed to? Megan Fox's personal website, on which she disclosed that one of her hobbies was clubbing. When I asked my mom what clubbing was, she said it was an activity for people who were afraid to be alone with their own thoughts. All the magazines I saw at my dentist's office, this is included but was not limited to Red Book, 17, Teen Vogue, and Cosmopolitan. Drew Barrymore's autobiography, in which she self-describes as a teenage sex pot, if I'm remembering that correctly. A really skinny lady in a turquoise Juicy Couture tracksuit with massive fake cans that I saw in a grocery store parking lot one time and remembered forever. I was like, when I grow up, I want to be just like her. A Penthouse magazine I found in my dad's drawer, which I then reported to my mom and asked her, "Isn't this cheating?" As a kid, I had a very rigid definition and understanding of what being hot meant. I was born in 1995, so my social awareness started coming online under the Bush administration. It was the age of the Victoria's Secret Angel, the Playboy Bunny, the reality show Extreme Makeover. If you weren't a bag of bones with a pair of basketballs balanced on top, you were nothing. As someone who wanted to be hot from a very young age, figuring out what hot was seemed to be half the battle. Bada bing, bada boom, battle half won. Me at age 8 being able to point to a picture of Pamela Anderson or Paris Hilton was the same thing as America coming around to the fact that King George was the bad guy or something. There was, however, the whole other half of the battle part, and it was clear to me that that might be a challenge. See, my genetics weren't exactly working in my favor. While my father was white, the race I had come to understand as the hot ideal, he wasn't blonde nor blue-eyed, and even if he had been, it probably wouldn't have mattered because my mom was Filipina. The physical manifestation of my DNA was this: short, brown all over, and I'll say it, a little stocky. I knew early on that Paddington Bear was far more my doppelganger than a Victoria's Secret Angel ever would be. Why did I want to be hot so bad? In a male-dominated society, hotness as a woman is your currency. You'd think it wouldn't matter that much since women were allowed to start making their own money in the 80s or something, but you'd be freaking wrong. By the time I was 10, I fully understood. Being a woman who's not hot, at best, leaves you invisible. At worst, it makes you a subject of deep disgust and male ire. Why was being hot so important to me? Because movies and TV made being hot seem freaking awesome. Hot girls had it all. The cool clothes, the money, the cute boyfriend, attention. Girls wanted to be them, guys wanted to date them. They were the best. And I wanted to be the best, duh. Why did I want to be the best? Probably because of American exceptionalism or something. So yeah, anyway.